At the Maison Shalom headquarters in Kigali, Rwanda, Maggy Barankitse, better known as Maggie, is often surrounded by children. In a region of Africa long torn apart by genocide and political corruption, Maggie says her mission is to teach forgiveness and reconciliation so the next generation may break the cycle of violence.
If we don't forgive, we will perpetuate this violence. We must be able and have this audacity to teach to our new generation how to forgive and turn the page. Without forgiveness, there is no future.
It's no easy task. Maggie and those close to her have experienced unspeakable atrocities, yet she remains unwavering in her belief that evil will not ultimately prevail.
I believe that evil will never take the last word. It's always love and life who take the last word.
For more than 25 years, Maggie has led Maison Shalom, House of Peace, the humanitarian nonprofit she first established to help children in her homeland of Burundi. Maison Shalom takes a holistic approach, providing social, educational, psychological, and economic support to those in need. Maggie is a committed Roman Catholic. She's never married or given birth, but she believes God has called her to be the mother of thousands of young people whose lives have been transformed through her work.
I think I am the most happiest mother in the world because I didn't give a biological birth, but I give life to all those many thousand and thousand kids who were happy because I dedicate my life to them.
Maggie grew up in Burundi, which, like neighboring Rwanda, has long-standing tensions between Hutu and Tutsi ethnic groups. From an early age, she fought against ethnic divisions. As a young single Tutsi woman, she wanted to create a family which demonstrated that the two groups could live together in peace.
I adopted 7 kids, 4 Hutu kids and 3 Tutsis. And we lived together in my hometown, in the house of my parents.
In October 1993, Maggie was working for the Catholic bishop in her area when ethnic violence exploded. Hutus killed about 60 members of her Tutsi family.
I think, why they killed? I want to understand how a Christian, how the same people speak the same language, live in the same villages, suddenly they can take machete and kill their brothers and sisters.
When Tutsi militia sought to retaliate, Maggie gathered a mixed group of friends and neighbors into the bishop's house, where she hoped they would be protected. But the militia took her captive and forced her to watch dozens of executions.
Unfortunately, I can't protect them. They tied me and they killed the 72 people in front of me.
When the Tutsis finally released Maggie, she was grief-stricken and angry. But then she says God gave her a new mission, which she calls her vocation.
I took all those survivors, kids. I said, you are Hutu and Tutsi together. I will raise you in tolerance and forgiveness.
Maggie set up Maison Shalom to shelter her own children and 25 others who were orphaned in the conflict. When more and more children from many backgrounds sought refuge at Maison Shalom, Maggie expanded her efforts to include education, healthcare, counseling, and micro-enterprise. The president of Burundi called her the mother of the country. Maggie's work gained international acclaim. Then in 2015, political tensions escalated across Burundi. Maggie spoke out against the government's violent crackdown on protesters.
I am a mom, I am a Christian. Then it's a mission. Each Christian must denounce social injustice.
A warrant was issued for her arrest. She was placed on a death list, and all Maison Shalom work in Burundi was shut down. With the help of her friend, the Grand Duchess of Luxembourg, Maggie went into hiding and then fled to Europe.
In 2015, when I lost everything, no country, no money, no house. I was just there thinking, oh God, why now? What I am going to do? But I feel that nobody can stop the love. Nobody.
Maggie could have stayed in Europe and continued humanitarian work from there, but she says she knew she had to return to Africa and rebuild Maison Shalom.
My place is among those people who are suffering. I fall down, I stand up. I fall down, I stand up. This is our life.
In 2016, actor George Clooney presented Maggie with the prestigious Aurora Prize for Awakening Humanity. The prize came with a check for $1 million. With the money, Maggie relaunched Maison Shalom in Rwanda to help the tens of thousands of Burundian refugees living there. She began projects in a border refugee camp, and she established the Oasis of Peace in the capital, Kigali. Education is a major focus. There's a preschool on site. Maison Shalom helps older children go to secondary schools and ultimately to university. There's vocational training, from sewing and design to culinary arts. Young people help run the Oasis of Peace restaurant, an income-generating business that can be rented out for special events. Maison Shalom also sponsors a popular drumming program, which Maggie says helps to preserve traditional Burundian culture. It also promotes a sense of dignity among young Burundian refugees, some who were imprisoned and tortured. Maggie says the Oasis of Peace is a place for healing memories.
Here in Rwanda, what I try to do with all those young people who fled the country, it's to send back to university. With that, we will change our countries. We will change the world and make a better world where we can live with dignity, with tolerance, with humility also.
Maggie says her faith has given her the strength to forge ahead, no matter what dangers and difficulties she has endured.
I see that I have a wonderful mission, and I am just a small instrument to communicate this love of coming from God.
She may be revered around the world, but Maggie strongly resists being characterized as a saint. She acknowledges her impatience and her sometimes undiplomatic nature.
I am not a saint. I am a human being, and I have so many mistakes. I have to say, I have a bad character, I know, because sometimes I see that I became very angry when I saw injustice, and then full of shame, I said, oh God, this is my character. Forgive me. I was not kind during the day. Forgive me.
Maggie believes she will return to Burundi one day, but at the moment, that's not possible.
If I return in my country, because I am wanted in my country, they will stop me, they will torture me and kill me. I am sure, because even here they send people to kill me.
For now, she focuses on preparing young people for a new and hopefully different future.
If those young people who were castrated, who were raped, who were tortured, mutilated, if they don't forgive and be healed, they will return, they will take weapon and revenge. I want to create then a new generation who will transform those atrocities in hope. And always I tell them they are a light in darkness.